Hello sweet beans, my name is Soleil and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my June bullet journal with me video, and this month's theme is Lady Knights. So I was particularly inspired by The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, which I just finished a little bit ago. I finished it right at the end of May. And I absolutely love this book. This was a 5-star read. This was on my anticipated releases list at the beginning of this year. And I was so excited. I have a beautiful special edition from Fairy Loot, I think. And I completely forgot that Fairy Loot was doing a special edition of it in the monthly subscription box that I get for the adult books. And I ordered it literally like the week of release. And then right on the same day that I got my package of that book, I also got my Fairy Loot box, and I realized, oh wait, and sure enough, it was the exact same book. So I returned my pre-order, and now I just have the special edition. So anyways, I absolutely loved that book. We can talk about it a little bit more once I get to my books, but it very much inspired this theme. I have quite a few different stickers that I used for this one from older packs. All my supplies that I use are linked down below, but my notebook is from Notebook Therapy. Most of my stickers are from Sticky Club, and then I print out images and use those and stick them throughout. And then I also have a set of stamps from the Quirky Cup Collective. So you'll see those a little bit later on. And then I have some washi tape from Leela Journals. I think that should be everything. Oh, I have some other washi tape I also use later from Notebook Therapy as well, and that should be everything. If you have any questions about anything in particular, feel free to ask me below. But let's chat about some of the spreads that you're going to see me make. So I'm just cutting out all of my different movie posters and book covers right now. I have a lot this time. Usually I have two different main spreads, one focused on books read and books to read, and then one focused on movies watched and movies to watch. So I always have the left side of everything that I read or watched in the previous month, and then the right side what I'm going to read and watch in the upcoming month. But for this month in particular, I had two spreads that I wanted to do. I just incorporated a book release spread that just focuses on book releases that I'm excited about for that month, and that kind of helps me track when new books come out, because I am really being intentional with the books that I'm buying and just focusing on really huge anticipated releases, books by authors that I already know and love, so that, I don't purchase a bunch of books that I don't even read for months and years, since I have many books, and I focus on reading the books I already own that are, just as amazing. So I find it really helpful to track, so I can kind of keep track of the books that I'm interested in that have just recently come out without, actually buying them. And then I can kind of, look back. So I have that a little bit later, and then also books with Lady Knights specifically, which, inspired by the spreads, and an Indiana Jones movie order spread, since I am watching the Indiana Jones movies for the first time. So let's talk about what we're doing. So right now we're making the cover spread for June. This one came together really well. I'm really excited. I don't know why I was doubting myself in the beginning, but I wasn't sure. things weren't really coming together like I hoped, but I stuck with it. I kept putting stuff, and now this is one of my favorite spreads of all time. So you can see as it's unfolding. See, whenever I start with the stickers, it just starts working. And like I mentioned, these are sticker packs from multiple different monthly subscription packs that I've gotten from Sticky Club. So they all just kind of mesh together really well. And at this point, I'm a little embarrassed to say I have so many packs from Sticky Club because I've been a monthly subscriber for 4 years now. Monthly subscriber, 4 years. Just think about that. Yeah, I have a lot. So I've been really trying to intentionally go through. I'm sorry you see my head right now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. This is part of the, the atmosphere of the moment. It's all good. But I've been trying to intentionally go through my previous packs for like the next month that I'm doing, so I can like really utilize older packs and stickers that I just didn't like finish the sticker sheet of, all of that. So let's chat books, because I read quite a few books during May. I read 7. I read 7 books. Oh, so exciting. Quite a bit was romance. Yeah, I have 3 romance, 1 poetry, 1 fantasy, 1 dystopian, and 1 general fiction. So exciting. Oh my gosh, my head. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just ambiance. Think about the ambiance. It's okay. Okay. So I read Abby Jimenez's new book, Say You'll Remember Me. Loved it. The first couple chapters, like, they were great, but it just took me a little bit to get into, and oh my gosh, this story hits so hard. There is a lot of discussion about dementia and caring for loved ones who have dementia, so really be aware of that going in, especially if that is something that you have experienced or are dealing with in life. I don't have experience with caring for a loved one with dementia, but it feels very well done. Again, I can't say that for sure because I don't have that experience, but it is very emotional to read and just beautifully written. So just, take care of yourself if that is something that would be triggering for you. Beautifully written book, beautiful love story. I loved it. Then I finally finished Carrie Soto Is Back. So this book I've been reading technically for the last 3 years. Whenever this book came out, I got it, I started it, then I got distracted by other books, put it down, and here we are many years later. So I finally finished it, and it was actually a 4-star book. It took a little bit longer for me to really get into the story and into the character in the beginning. I wasn't really feeling it, and now I picked it back up again and loved it. I loved the latter half of it. I think I was actually listening to this audiobook for Carrie Soto Is Back during last month's bullet journal spreads, so that was fun. Then I also finally finished People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Similar situation, where I started this book and never finished it. So I enjoyed it, but for me, this one just didn't really hit as hard. It was kind of stressful for me. Any of these books where the main tension is mainly focused on miscommunication or people not sharing their feelings for a really long time stresses me out. I don't care for it. So that was stressful. Then I read Beg, Borrow, or Steal, which was honestly fine. I have no thoughts on it. It was just fine. It really fell flat for me. I finally read And Yet, which is an ARC poetry collection. That ARC as an advanced reader copy, not art, which I did not like at all. I don't know. It just really rubbed me the wrong way, I guess. Then as I mentioned, The Night and the Moth. Incredible. Loved it. Just beautiful story. So well written. Gorgeous fantasy novel. Highly recommend. It's about a young woman who is a diviner of the will of the gods, and then she ends up going on a little bit of a quest in order to figure out what is happening to other diviners, and she becomes a lady knight. And I finally finished Sunrise on the Reaping, which was incredible. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was blown away. And lastly, so my books that I'm currently reading or plan on reading in June, they are The Spell Shop, The City of Brass, Immortal, Evocation, Why Women Have Better Sex Under Socialism, Pillow Thoughts 3, Mending the Mind, and The Adventure Zone, The 11th Hour. So I have already finished Evocation, but the other ones I'm still reading. So all right, so now on to the movies. So I watched quite a few movies last month. I rewatched Slumdog Millionaire for the first time in forever. I watched Friendship, which was such a gosh darn good time, honestly. And then for my Criterion Collection challenge, I watched The Darjeeling Limited. Was there anything else I watched for? Oh, I guess not. Then I watched Better Man, finally, and it was a gosh darn good time. Thunderbolts was amazing. I rewatched Lilo and Stitch in anticipation of the live action release. The original animation is amazing. The live action has many problems and really let me down. I have a whole written review on it on my website. Then I continued with my Mission Impossible full rewatch. I rewatched Mission Impossible 3, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Fallout, Dead Reckoning, and then finished off with the last and latest Mission Impossible movie, The Final Reckoning, which was amazing. This upcoming month, I'm planning on watching the F1 movie. So excited. If you don't know, I watch Formula One every race weekend. I love it. I'm so excited. A lot of the lads are going to be featured in the movie a little bit, which is so cool. So I can't wait. I will also be seeing the live action How to Train Your Dragon, which I'm a little scared about, but I love How to Train Your Dragon, so we'll see. Then The Phoenician Scheme, the new Wes Anderson movie. Everything's Going to Be Great. I don't know a lot about this. I think the trailer just came out. I honestly still need to watch it, but it looks like a gosh darn good time. Sorry Baby, supposed to come out later. The Materialists looks so good. Life of Chuck, which I actually have already seen because I saw it at a early release and it was amazing. Then 28 Years Later and Elio. So I've already booked my tickets for Formula One and How to Train Your Dragon, so I'll be watching those soon. And Phoenician Scheme I should be watching later this week with some friends. Okay, now I'm doing my Books with Lady Knights spread. So these are just books that I either have read, want to read, own, know about, etc. that feature Lady Knights. I have on this list the 6 Deaths of the Saint, which I already read. It's a short story and it is incredible. I loved it. Then, of course, The Knight and the Moth, which I just finished. Then I have an arc of The Princess Knight that I'm really excited to read. One of my anticipated releases of this year is The Mercy Makers, which I guess features a female knight. Somehow I learned that. Then I also have a copy of Gwen and Art Are Not in Love, and I just got a copy of The Fireborn Blade. And then the other ones that I just generally know about are Sweet and Bitter Magic, The Everlasting, The Isle for the Silver Sea, Fit the Silver Sea, I can't read that, it's too small, Ladies' Night, and The Starving Saints. And the June book releases I'm excited about are A Treachery of Swans, Ladies' Night, which I already have on the Lady Knights spread, but don't worry about it. The Compound, A Dance of Lies, Finders Keepers, Battle of the Bookstores, and Atmosphere. So of these June book releases, I will be buying Atmosphere. I actually just like 30 minutes ago, I kid you not, got the audiobook for Atmosphere. So I'm very excited to listen to it. And you may have noticed it wasn't on my June TBR, and that is because it's barely a couple days into June and I've already gone rogue. That's right, I've already gone rogue on my TBR. I finished a book that wasn't even on the TBR, right? What did I read? I can't even remember. I just finished it. I finished Evocation. I already mentioned that. What was the other book I read? I guess we'll find out next month because I can't even remember what it was. Oh my gosh. I finished reading Ruthless Vows, which is the second book in the Divine Rival series. I randomly picked that up because I had never finished that series, and I got an advanced reader copy of Rebecca Ross's new book, Wild Reverence, and that one technically takes place in that same world, and I felt like a fraud if I was going to read that one and not have read the rest of the Divine Rival series. Okay, now this spread, you will see that I realized I had made a mistake, and I was going to put in my Indiana Jones movies spread, and I realized I had accidentally skipped a page in between my books and my movies spreads, and I just had these random blank pages. So I went back and I put this in there. So I'm adding my Indiana Jones movies order on the left side, and then I just had this random blank page on the right. So I decided to just make a cute little page with a quote and a lot of stickers, and I love it. I was not sure how this was going to turn out. I tried to do some cute cursive mixed with some stamp letters, and I think it turned out really great. The quote that I used is, "She wasn't looking for a knight, she was looking for a sword," which is so badass. I love it. So yeah, I decided to start a full watch through of Indiana Jones because, first of all, I finished my Mission Impossible watch through, and it was so much fun, and it was nice to kind of have a structure of what I was watching that month. So I wanted to keep the good vibes going and decided on Indiana Jones because, second of all, I've never watched any Indiana Jones movie. Hilarious, wild, crazy. So I decided I wanted to watch all of them. And third of all, one of the local independent movie theaters next to me is doing a special movie re-release for the Crystal Skull? No. Yes? No. Whichever the third one is. I'm literally looking at it and the font is too small for me to tell. Whatever the third Indiana Jones movie is, it's now been a certain amount of years since its release. So they're re-releasing it, and I booked a ticket. So now I have to watch the first and the second one so I can watch this third one. And that is it for all of my chatting today. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you have recently watched or read and what you're looking forward to watching or reading during this month. Thanks for hanging out. If you've made it this long, please put a sword emoji down in the comments. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!